Here we are tonight. Oh, I don't know why I'm doing that. Hang on. Boom, there. Now, look, you can see it in double now. House of Hell. We're trying House of Hell again tonight. We last tried it in October, I think, as when we did this last. And we died. We died after about an hour of reading and making poor decisions. So I don't remember what those decisions were. We may end up making the exact same decisions. But we'll have fun. We'll have fun along the way. So this is story time with Rusty. So we're not wearing the hat for this. We're not wearing the hat. We take it off for stories. So I've got my dice here. When we do combat, I will be the white dice. The enemies will be the red dice. And if there happens to be more than one enemy at a time, these black or maybe really, really dark brown dice, that will be them. Just so you know, this is not my usual dice tray. I don't know where I've put it, but I lined the other one with felt, so it's not so noisy. This one, noisy, but it's all right. It adds the ASMR, doesn't it? Adds the ASMR. So this is, let's get the cover up again. House of Hell, a fighting fantasy game book in which me, that is not you, unless you're reading along at the same time, are the hero. So let's get started. We've got skill of 12. That's maximum skill. We didn't bother rolling the dice. We're always maxed out. We've got maximum that we can get 24 of stamina, and we never play with luck in this guide because I think it's a shitty broken mechanic. We just want to do the adventure, right? We don't want it to be too hard. I would rather die because of my own poor decisions than die because of bullshit dice rolling. So we don't bother with the luck mechanic. But this one, House of Hell does have a fear mechanic, and if our fear gets to equal our maximum, which is 12, again we didn't roll, we just set it to the max, I guess we die of fright. So this one's a little different from a lot of the other fighting fantasies we've done, where they are quite fantasy based. This one is set in like modern day regular times. We're driving a car, I think, at the start. So we don't start with anything like swords or potions or anything like that. We start with nothing. We've got our stats that are maxed out, and we've got 0 of anything else. I've left jewels and provisions and gold in there on the character sheet because I mean maybe we'll have something else suitable for it. I don't know if we'll get gold in here, but anyway, let's go on with House of Hell. Do you want to hear a bit of little bit of paper ASMR? There you go. Right, let's read the background first, or the introduction. Oh, we got to turn that off. We're not doing song requests today. Fuck off, mate. No, that's not it. This one. Songs. Boom. In fact, I'll tell you what, we can stick our quotes back on now, can't we? There we go. Sorted, fixed. It's like it never happened. Right, so let us begin. The rain spatters the windscreen relentlessly. You can see no more than a watery gloom as you strain forwards over the steering wheel to see the road ahead. Although the wipers flap valiantly, they are fighting a losing battle. As the rain drives harder and harder, your foot eases off the accelerator. The headlights struggle to line up the road. Damn! You curse the white-haired old man who sent you off along this bumpy track. Probably he meant the second turning on the left, or even a right turn-in, the old fool. Perhaps this is his idea of a joke. After all, didn't you notice a mischievous glint in his eye? Something vaguely sinister flapped valiantly. Ha! Yeah, you know it. But what sort of nonsense is this? So you've taken a wrong turn and got caught in a downpour in the night. The rain will ease off soon. It can't possibly keep up this deluge for long, and then you'll be able to... Watch out! You spin the wheel frantically to the left to avoid the figure who, from nowhere, shows up in the headlights. The car bumps and jolts as it bounces over the rocky roadside and thumps into a ditch. You collect your thoughts. You are unhurt, but shaken. Then you remember what has happened. The body! You must have hit the figure which appeared. There was no way you could have avoided him. You spring out of the car, praying that he's still alive. Your clothes soak up the rain as you hobble back to the road. In the darkness, it's difficult to see anything, but there is no sign of a body. You consider the situation. Are you certain that it was someone and not a trick of the light? Yes, You can remember the arms held up in fright as the car collided, and the look of anguish on his face. His face! There was something familiar about that face. A man you recognized. An old man with white hair. Could have been Professor Wheato, guys. Is he still on the Wheatos boxes? I don't know. We don't buy branded cereal, guys, but I don't know. Maybe he's gone. Maybe he's dead. I mean, he was an old man when I was a kid eating Wheatos, and now I'm an old man eating Wheatos. If he's still going, he can't have many years left in him. Your heart leaps. No, impossible! With a shiver of fear, you race back to the car, jump inside, force the key into the ignition, and twist it violently. The starter coughs, splutters, and dies. You hit the key again, but this time a single shudder is all the engine can manage. You grasp the wheel with your hands and shake it desperately as if to force some life into the car, but the battery is dead. Your car is certainly not budging from the ditch tonight. Your situation is hopeless, but now the plight of your car is paramount. Where can you get help? You passed a garage at Mingleford, but that was some 20 miles away. As if in answer, a light appears in the distance. Someone has switched on a bedroom light. What a stroke of luck! It was at least 15 miles back that you passed the last house, and you happen to have broken down just a short distance from someone's home. You button up your coat and open the door. From outside the car, you can see the building more clearly. Just ahead, on the left, a drive winds up to a large house. It's a good 5 minutes walk away, and by the time you reach it, you will be drenched. But how else can you call the garage? You can't afford to miss tomorrow's appointment. No, go you must. Anyway, you'll probably be able to dry off inside after phoning the garage. I wonder what my appointment is for. Maybe I'm going to get a vasectomy, guys. I'm getting an urgent, 6 a.m. vasectomy, because I want to ride bareback that night. I don't know. Maybe you need a couple of days rest after a vasectomy. I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting a temporary one. Maybe we'll find out. If we keep reading, we'll find out what the appointment is. You slam the door, turn up your collar, and set off for the house. A flash of lightning lights up clearly for you, but in your preoccupation with the rain, the warning from above is wasted on you. The house is old, very old, and in a shocking state of repair. The light in the window is flickering. Most likely an oil lamp, certainly not electric. And you don't notice a fact that might have turned you back anyway. There is no telephone line going to the house. As you climb the steps to the front door, little do you realize what fate has in store for you. Tonight is going to be a night to remember. Ooh, spooks, guys, spooks. Now we begin. We've got a picture of where we are now. Here's the house, illuminated by the lightning. You climb the creaking steps up to the front door and pause to catch your breath. Even though you ran all the way up the drive from the car, you're soaked through. Your feet are particularly wet. Judging by the number of puddles you stepped into in the dark, the drive needs a small fortune spending on repairs. But under the porch, you're out of the storm, and you brush the rain from your clothes before turning towards the door. The rain is still pelting down, but an eerie silence hangs in the air. No lights are on downstairs. You step back off the porch to check the upstairs window, which attracted your attention earlier. Nothing. No lights. The whole place seems to be deserted, but then you remember the time. 5 minutes to midnight. Everyone in the house has probably gone to bed. An owl hoots in the distance and a shiver runs down your spine. The situation is a little scary. Here you are in the middle of nowhere at some strange run-down old house, about to wake up whoever lives inside at midnight. They certainly won't be too pleased, but you have no choice if you're to make your appointment tomorrow. You must reach a telephone to call for help. You step up to the front door. From the left-hand side of the house, a dull glow catches your attention. A light has been turned on. You breathe a sigh of relief. At least someone is awake. You reconsider your options. There's an elaborate knocker in the middle of the door, and a bell pull down to the right. Will you rap the door with the knocker, pull the cord, or creep round the house to investigate the light? I mean, I don't think we should be creeping around, really, guys, should we? We should be creeping around. Shall we just do the knocker? If somebody is awake and they're downstairs, they'll hear the knocker. But if we pull the bell cord, that's going to be a bit noisier. And if there are people asleep inside, we risk waking them. I don't think we should be creeping around somebody's house. It's raining anyway. We're going to get wet. So we're gonna wrap the door with the knocker. I'm going to turn to 357. That's what we're doing. 357. Here we are. A few moments later, the door handle turns slowly and the door opens. Standing in the doorway is a tall man, dressed in a dark suit with tails. His long face is solemn. Yes, he asks indignantly. You smile nervously and explain your situation. Your car's broken down, you need to reach a telephone, and you're soaked to the skin. The man's face remains expressionless. Come in, he orders. The master is expecting you. Follow me. He leads you into a reception hall and tells you to sit down while he informs his master of your arrival. I think they might have me mixed up with somebody else, guys, because I'm definitely not expected here. I'm expected at my vasectomy appointment. So we turn to 8, is what it says. You sit down in a solid carved chair and look around. The reception hall is certainly not what you would have expected from the outside. It is elegantly decorated with rich tapestries and fine oak panels. A number of portraits line the walls. A sturdy 16th century table is set against one wall. Will you wait for your host to arrive, study the paintings, or hunt for a telephone? I think it'll be a bit rude to start looking around for a phone. He has told me he's going to fetch the master, has he not? So we should, I think, just wait for the dude, and then we'll ask him if we can use the phone. I think that makes sense to me. So we will wait for our host. We're expected, apparently. We'll wait for him to arrive. Oh, we've got a picture of him. Hang on. Is that this one? There he is. There he is. He's a tall fellow, isn't he? He's a tall fellow. Footsteps. Someone is coming. The tall man you met earlier walks in, opening the door for another tall man. Oh my god, the level of descriptive writing and the inventive vocabulary. A tall man and another tall man. It astounds me. They really worked on it here, didn't they? Another tall man dressed in a purple smoking jacket. May I present Lord Kelnor, the Earl of Drummer. Or is it Drummer? The butler announces. The Earl holds out his hand and you shake it. His grip is strong and his eyes pierce yours. His lips widen to a soft smile. You begin to tell him of your predicament, but he holds up his hand. Please. I can see you've been caught in this filthy storm. Let us sit by the fire and we will see whether we can help. Franklins, tell the cook to prepare some food for our visitor. You protest that you do not wish to be any trouble, but your host ignores you and leads you into a drawing room where a fire is burning. You take off your coat and sit down. The heat of the fire makes you feel comfortable once more. Franklin's returns with 2 glasses of brandy. Will you relax, drink the brandy, and ask if you can use the telephone? Or will you wait to see what he asks you? What could he ask me? He apparently is expecting me. He's probably going to say, "Who are you?" Because I'm clearly not the person you think I am. I think let's focus on what we need to do. We need to get to our appointment, so we need to get a telephone to call the garage. So I will ask him about a telephone. 394. The fire and the brandy warm you, and you begin to feel more relaxed. You may deduct 1 fear point if you have. Oh, we don't have any fear. Oh, that's good, isn't it? We've started off strong then, if we can already deduct points that we don't even have. You explain to the Earl what happened on the road, and you would like to use his telephone to call the local garage. I'm afraid our telephone line came down tonight in the storm, he replies. We will have it repaired tomorrow morning. In any case, the garage would not come out here at this hour. But don't worry, you are perfectly welcome to spend the night here. I'm glad of the company. Tomorrow Franklin's will take you into town. Ah, here is Franklin's now. The butler comes back in to announce that a meal is ready. You both rise to go to the dining room. I am pretty hungry, guys. I'm pretty hungry. We're going to have to ask where the toilet is as well. We might have to shit in this guy's manor. How's that going to go down with the Earl of Drummer? Where are we? The dining room looks magnificent. A long table stretches between 2 fine chairs and is laid with gleaming silver cutlery. A rich red wallpaper covers the walls, and the room is lit by a sparkling chandelier, bristling with candles, which hangs from the ceiling. You take your seat, and the butler moves behind you to offer you wine. Will you take white wine or red? Here's the thing, guys. I'm not really a wine fan. But I have to pick one of them. There's no option to say just tap water. I would say maybe if we go for red, because it might taste more like Ribena than the white. I don't know. We're going for red wine. I think those are our 2 options, so we're going for it. The wine is impeccable, a fine vintage. Soup follows, and you may choose either lamb or duck for your main course. Man, they are spoiling me. I've showed up here at 5 to midnight, and we've got a proper feast going on. soup, and now lamb or duck. Or you could tell your host you've already eaten and you're not hungry. No, do you know what? I quite fancy a nice bit of lamb right now. Shall we go, what was that? 196 for lamb. We're having some lamb, guys. Just pretending. Use your imagination, yeah? A rack of lamb is brought in on a silver platter. The smell is delicious. You both start to eat and talk. The Earl asks you about your job and your reason for being in such an out-of-the-way place in the middle of the night. In turn, he tells you about himself and his family. Don't think I asked, did I? I don't think I asked. The Earl of Drummer is the last survivor of his family. Survived what? Or did the others die of old age? Or was there... did he kill them? Was there an accident? His estate stretches for miles around the house. At one time, the estate was prosperous, with many tenant farmers cultivating his land and providing a healthy income for his family. But things started to change. His sister died at the age of 32 under mysterious circumstances. She was found dead in a clearing in the woods with strange marks on her neck. News travels fast, and the ignorant peasants started muttering about witchcraft and black magic. In their eyes, the house was cursed. Pure superstitious nonsense, of course, but gradually the farmers moved on to new pastures, avoiding the estate. By now, you've finished your meal. Franklin's returns to offer you fruit, cheese, coffee, and brandy. Oh, we've got 3 choices here. Will you take fruit, coffee, and brandy, cheese, coffee, and brandy, or just cheese and coffee? Again, I mean, I guess I'll play this as me rather than as a character, but I'm not a fan of coffee. I don't even know if I'm a fan of brandy. And I'm not one for, like, after dinner cheese, really. So I guess if we go for the fruit option, at least we'll have a little dessert there, won't we? We have the fruit, we might sniff the coffee, and maybe we'll have a sip of the brandy. I don't know, maybe. I'll have to try some brandy IRL and let you know. But we're going for fruit, coffee, and brandy, I think. Excuse me. What was that? 224. 224. 2 pints of milk. Franklin's brings them to you, and you finish off your meal. Well, my friend, says the Earl, you must now be quite tired. It's well past midnight. Franklin's will show you to your room. You thank him and follow the butler out of the dining room. This way, if you please, he says as he leads you up a magnificent wide staircase with carved wooden banisters. A landing at the top leads to various different rooms, each with a name plaque on the door. He takes you to one which reads Erasmus Room and opens the door, wishing you a good night's sleep. Turn to 5. I will turn to 5. I'll also have a little sip of this drink, guys. The bedroom has been prepared for you. The room is not large, but a huge mirror appears to double its size. Crisp white sheets have been folded back on the bed, and a warm fire burns in the fireplace. The door closes as the butler leaves the room, and you walk over to the fire. Your situation is a little worrying. If you don't get going quickly, you'll never make your appointment. But if it is true that there's no phone you can use, what else can you do? Maybe you should just hang your wet clothes in front of the fire and climb into bed. Or would you rather leave the room? Sounds enticing. No, I'm going to leave the room. We'll stretch our legs. Maybe maybe have some more brandy with the Earl. The door is locked. It seems that your hosts certainly don't want you prowling around the house. Do you want to try and break down the door? That seems a bit extreme. Or climb into bed? If you prefer, you could pretend to go to bed, switch out the light, and wait to see what happens. I think it's a bit suspicious that they have locked the door on me. At this rate, I think it's a good idea to walk the 15 miles back the other way to the house we passed earlier. Let's try and break down the door. Let's try and break down the door, shall we? What's the worst that could happen? Roll 2 dice and compare the total with your skill score. My skill score is 12. So I'm going to roll the white dice. We've got 6. Let's see. If it's higher than your skill score, it is not. If it's equal to or lower, there we go. If it's equal to or lower, turn to 128. I will turn to 128 then, because I've got lower. 128, 128, 128. You take a short run and charge at the door. It shudders and the noise reverberates through the house. But the lock holds firm and you bounce off, clutching a sore arm. Oh no. Deduct 2 stamina points for the pain. We've injured ourselves, guys. So we are down to 22 stamina points. If you wish to try charging again, turn to 106. If you feel the door is too strong and you're unlikely to break down, turn to 158. I don't know. I don't want to keep on charging at the door and hurt myself. Thing is, like what I rolled, it said if I roll equal to or less than, I turn to this page. But thing is, even if I get 12, that's still going to be equal to my skill. So I'm just going to end up here anyway, aren't I? So I think we should not bother with the door anymore. We're going to concede. The door has won this battle, but we'll win the war. You can hear slow footsteps approaching your room. They stop outside the room, and a key rattles as it unlocks the door. You must quickly decide whether to jump into the bed and pretend to be asleep, or to hide behind the door to surprise whoever's about to come in. I don't think they're going to buy that I'm asleep. I think they're probably here because they heard me trying to smash down the door. So let's hide behind the door. Let's jump them. Let's jump them. It's only going to be, I forget his name already, the butler. Isn't it? Isn't it? So what was it? 373. The door opens slowly and a man shuffles into the room carrying a glass containing a clear liquid. He appears to be bent double and his movements are slow. As he gets nearer to the bed, you realise he will soon notice you're not there. Do you want to nip out of the room quickly and lock the door behind you? Or will you leap on the man and attack him? Oh, I did say we were going to jump the guy. Oh, we've got a picture of the man too. We've got a picture of the man. What were we? 373? There he is. That's the man. We're going to jump him as well. We're going to attack he doesn't look like the butler, actually. The butler was in quite a nice suit. This guy looks like he's wearing a sack or something. What's the liquid he's got as well? Is it poison? What were we turning to? 399. We're jumping the guy. Your visitor is a hunchback, and he is both surprised and frightened as you leap on him. Resolve your battle. Oh, we've got to fight him. We've got to fight the guy. He has a skill of 7 and a stamina of 7. When you have reduced his stamina to 4 points or less, turn to 220. So, we will fight. Let's get rid of the black dice. We don't need those. I will be the white dice. He will be the red dice. We need to beat him in combat. Which should be easy, because his skill is 7 and ours is 12. And once we reduce him to 4, so we only need to win 2 combats. Because each victory knocks off 2 stamina. So if we beat him twice, we turn to 220. It doesn't say anything about if he wins. So I think the game is probably assuming we're going to win. So let's roll. Let's roll. What do we get? 6. That's 18 for me. And 4. That would make 11 for him. Pow! 1 hit. 1 hit on you, little. Shall we get him up again? Just so we can see who we're fighting. There we go. Let's do it again. We should probably have like a little hit counter for the enemies one day. Oh, look at that. So 10. So that'll be 21 for him against 8. That'll be 20 for me, will it? Oh. Wait. No, I added the wrong number. Sorry. 17 for him. He's not on 11. He's on 7. Dickhead. So, that is a win for me. 2 wins. We've reduced his stamina to 4 points or less. Now we turn to 220. 220. So we've beaten up a disabled person, really, essentially, is what it comes to. The poor, miserable creature pleads for mercy. He's such a pitiful sight that you step back as he grovels on the floor. He'll do you no harm and thanks you continually for sparing his life. Did he really think I was going to kill him? Was that an option? Could we have killed the guy? Do you now wish to leave the room, locking him in behind you? Or will you try to force him to answer your questions? Yeah, yeah. Who the fuck are you, I think, is a good start. Like, let's force him. He's terrified of you and agrees to answer your questions in exchange for his miserable life. Do you wish to ask him how you can escape from the house, about the people in the house, or what is happening in the house? So, I mean, what is happening in the house? We had dinner. I mean, should we ask more about the people? As far as I'm aware, there's the Earl of Drummer, who's the last surviving member of his family. And there's the butler. If we ask about the people, he might tell us if there's anyone else in the house. That could be useful information, right? So I'm going to go 308. 308. The people, he asks. Ah, yes, the people. Of course, tonight is the night. There are many people here. The master is holding a special occasion tonight, and his friends are here. All are friends of the master. That is all except the one in grey, for he has betrayed the master's trust, and he will be punished. Yes, punished before the night is out. The master's put him in the Asmodeus room. Oh, should we remember that? Should we write that down? No, we can remember that. The Asmodeus room. And he's promised to let me watch. But you have nothing to fear if you're a friend of the master. You are a friend of the master, aren't you? Perhaps he'll let you watch too. The hunchback is giggling with glee at the thought of the night's activities. You've gained all the useful information you'll get out of him, so you leave the room, locking him in. Oh, so we can't ask him anything else? So we know there's a lot of people here, or they will be here. And what's going to happen to the grey one? The one in grey? What are we watching? He's going to be punished. Okay, anyway, we're turning. We might find out. We're turning to 350. We're turning to 350. So we've left the room. We've locked him in. You are on a landing overlooking the entrance hall. To your right, the passageway ends at a door. To the left, the landing turns right past a couple of doors. Do you wish to turn to the right, or would you prefer to follow the landing round to the left? We quite often go left in these books, so let's keep up that tradition, shall we? Maybe that's what gets us killed sometimes, and maybe we shouldn't go left every time. Maybe we should mix it up a bit. I'm going to go left this time. 257 to go left. You consider your best plan as you walk down the passageway. You turn right along the landing, and two doors are on your left. The first has Azazel written on its nameplate, and the second Mephisto. Do you want to try to enter either of these rooms? If so, you may enter the Azazel room or the Mephisto room. Otherwise, you may pass by both these rooms and walk along to where the landing turns right. We could investigate a bit, should we? Should we investigate a bit? It's not the Asmodeus room, is it? That's the one room we've had a name of, where the one in grey is going to be. I'm going to check the Azazel room. Should we check these rooms alphabetically? 358? 358. Okay. Oh, we've got a picture here. This is the Azazel room, guys. This is what we've got here. The door opens and you peer into the room. You quickly check that there's no one inside and are relieved to find it's empty, but full of clutter. It seems to be a crude scientific laboratory of some sort. A brass telescope points through the window towards the sky. Charts and mathematical tables are pinned to the walls. A human skeleton hangs from a hook, and a bench is covered with glass vials and apparatus. They look like priceless antiques, and they were probably all made in the last century. Do you wish to investigate the room further, or would you prefer to leave? It's a meth lab? I think we should investigate further. Maybe we'll see if we can find the meth, shall we? So we're gonna have a look around. We're gonna investigate the room. You step into the room and close the door behind you. A squeaking noise from one corner makes you jump, but when you walk over, you're relieved to find that squeaking comes from 3 rats in a cage. You keep your ears peeled for sounds of visitors as you investigate the contents of the room. Do you wish to look through the drawers, examine the liquids in the glass vials, or look through the cupboards? Oh, do you know what? Maybe, because that dude, the hunchback dude, he walked in here with a clear liquid. Maybe it's one of these liquids. Should we have a look? Let's have a look. 341. 341. We're gonna investigate. At the end of the bench is a rack which holds 4 glass vials, and each vial contains a coloured liquid. They look like the results of someone's experiment. Are you willing to risk taking a sip of one of those liquids? If so, which colour will you choose? So we could choose to not drink, but YOLO, yeah, YOLO. We've got green, red, clear. Oh, the guy bought clear in, but I think he had ill intent. Or yellow. It could be piss. We could drink piss. Shall we drink piss? Let's drink piss. Is it piss? You unstop the vial and sniff the liquid. It smells of lemon. You raise the neck to your lips and take a sip. It tastes like lemon juice. You swallow it down and wait anxiously for any effects. Nothing happens. But this is understandable, as the effects of this liquid will not become apparent until you have your next fight. For the liquid has healing powers and will protect you from injury. The sip you took was strong enough to heal the next 2 wounds you take. Do not deduct any stamina points for these wounds. Oh, that's fucking good, isn't it? That's good. Alright, now turn to 385. I don't mind if I do. Thank you very much, game. Alright, so we drunk piss. Oh, we don't get a chance to drink anymore then, because suddenly your ears prick up at the sound of footsteps coming closer. You nip into the shadows and wait. The footsteps stop outside the door and you can hear 2 voices talking. Hadn't we better ask the master's permission? One asks. Maybe you're right, and we'd better get a light for the lamps. You breathe a sigh of relief as the footsteps disappear off in the direction you approach the room. You decide it's best to leave before they return, and you open the door onto the landing. The safest way, it strikes you, is away from the 2 visitors, who may return at any moment. If you approach this room from the left, turn to 229. If you came from the right, turn to 26. Which way did we come from? We came out of the room, we locked the dude in the room, we took the left corridor to get to these rooms, the Azazel one and the Mephisto one. So if we turned left to get here, that means we came from the right, right? Yeah. Yes. We turned. Wait. Yes. We came from the right. I'm pretty sure. I'm going to 26. It's too late if we've taken the wrong turn now. We'll soon find out when we die. There's another door a couple of meters up the landing to the left. Aha! This must be the right way because this is the door to the Mephisto room. If you wish to enter, turn to 298. Otherwise, you may pass it and head towards 2 doors in the corners of the landing. Do we want to go in? I guess we could check the other doors and then come back this way. It would be great if we could hit these doors alphabetically, doesn't it? But the thing is, we could go and investigate these doors and see what they say, and then come back to the Mephisto one. We just got to remember which way we've come from, I guess. 287. I'm going to investigate these 2 doors. You walk up to the 2 doors in the balcony. Sorry. The one on your left is named Balthus, and the one in front of you has no name. If you wish to enter the Balthus room, turn to 299. If you'd rather go through the other door, so the no-name door, turn to 86. If you choose to ignore these doors and continue round the landing... So, wait, if we turn around the landing, we're going to ignore that and the Mephisto one. But no, it might be foolish, but I'm hooked in by the mystery of the door with no name. So... Maybe let's peek our head in. What's the worst that could happen? We could die. The door opens into a narrow passageway which ends at a window. There is a door halfway along the left-hand side, and a sign on the door identifies it as the Diabolus room. If you wish to try this door, turn to 13. If you wish to investigate the window instead, turn to 110. If you're not keen to do either, and would prefer to go back through the door and continue along the landing, turn to 193. It might be a good idea to maybe check the window. It could be a way out. It could lead to a fire escape on the outside of the building. Or we might be able to get a look at the lay of the land, I guess, because we're upstairs now. So we'll have a bit of a... We might have to wait for a lightning strike. We're going to look at the window for now. What was that? 110. Curtains are drawn across the window, and you approach cautiously. You gingerly pat the folds in the curtain and are relieved to find nothing there. Although they seem to be safe, you're still on your guard as you draw them apart. As you do so, a thunderclap booms outside and makes you jump. But you are safe. A perfectly ordinary window is uncovered. However, the heavy iron bars on the outside are a little worrying. Through the window you can see nothing but the rain running down the pane of glass. But curiously, the rain is avoiding one area. Could it be that the wind is blowing the rain away from this corner? You bend down to take a closer look. Written in the condensation which has formed in the glass, is a message. You read 3 words. Mordana in Abaddon. You repeat this message to yourself and then rub it off the window in case anyone else should see it. The message may be useful to you, and you will realise when it is. If later in the adventure you want to use the message, turn to reference 88. Do not turn to 88 now. Oh, okay. We better write that down on our sheet. Mordana in Abaddon 88. Put the book down. I've got too much. I've got to move my drink. It's in the way. It's in the way. Can we go there? There we go. Drink cam. Drink cam. Blocking the dice. I'm not going to cheat the rolls just because the drink's there. So here. Boom. So what was it? Mordana in Abaddon. Because Abaddon could be a name of one of those rooms. Oh, hang on. Are we... Can we not see what's... Let's merge these cells. There we go. Mordana in Abaddon 88. We got it. We got it. So, now you must head back to the landing and turn left. Turn to 193. I will book. 193, 193. A short distance further on, you come to the top of the main staircase, which leads downstairs. Immediately opposite the staircase is an unmarked door. Do you wish to go downstairs, try the unmarked door, or continue round the landing? There's a lot of options in this, guys. Like there's too many options. I don't want to go downstairs yet. I feel like we should investigate the floor we're on. Yeah, alright, we'll do unlocked door. You step into a small storeroom and close the door behind you. There are shelves on the left and right walls, on which various household objects are stored. In front of you, in the wall facing the door, is another door. What do you want to do? Will you search through the things on the shelves, try the door opposite, or return to the landing? Maybe we should... Instead of just keep going through doors, should we look at the shelves? Various items of crockery, cutlery, and food are kept in the storeroom, including a sharp meat knife, which you might like to hide under your coat to use as a weapon, and it says that in capital letters, guys. I think we should probably pick up the meat knife. This sharp knife will allow you to add 3 skill points in a fight. So we've got a meat knife. I'm going to add that. Meat knife, which is +3 to my skill, which is going to be really great in combat. It's going to be really great in combat. So the sharp knife will allow you to add 3 skill points in a fight. On the shelf, you find several cloves of garlic, which you may also take. I think we should. I think let's add that in. Garlic. There is also an unlabeled bottle of white liquid on another shelf. If you wish to drink the liquid, turn to 362. If you prefer to ignore the liquid and try the door at the back of the storeroom, turn to 255. Your only other alternative is to leave by the door you entered. We got lucky. We got really, really lucky with the last liquid we drank. I don't want to push my luck, so I'm going to ignore it. And also, I don't see why there would be a... If this is a storeroom, I don't see why there would be a door at the back of a storeroom, because surely the storeroom is like, that's at the back of anything. That seems a bit sketchy to me. I am going to leave this room. We've got a knife, we've got garlic, let's not push our luck. Let's go out onto the landing, is where we're going. That's what I've decided. A few steps past the unmarked door is another unmarked door. If you wish to try this one, turn to 98. If you wish to ignore it and go on, turn to 374. I don't know. We should be finding our way out of here. But we can't pass up the opportunity to explore shit in case we miss something we need. No. Look, we know Mordana in Abaddon. I think let's look for that door. Let's look for that door. I would imagine it would be marked. So I'm going to ignore this door. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going 374. 374. The landing turns right, and a passage branches off. You may either turn left down the passageway and past a couple of doors before turning left again, or turn right following the landing. Yeah, I'm going to ignore the doors. I'm going to go along the landing. 272. Like I say, we do normally go left, but I feel like we should mix it up a bit. You follow the landing round, past a wooden door which bears the name Tutivilus. You may try this door by turning to 155. Straight ahead the landing ends a panelled wall, and the passageway turns to the left. To follow the passage round, turn to 175. I mean, Tutivilus is tempting. But we've got I think Abaddon is a room name, and we know Asmodeus is a room name with the guy in grey. I'm inclined to just ignore any other doors for now. Until I see one of those doors. It might be wrong, but I'm going to follow the passage round. Thing is, we could always come back, I guess, because we had that option before. You follow the passageway round the corner to the left. 2 doors face each other across the passage, and you may try and enter the door on the left to the Belial room, or the door to the right. On the right, sorry, to the Abaddon room. Oh, Morgana in Abaddon! Straight ahead, the passageway continues along for a few meters before ending at an unmarked door. I think we should try the Abaddon room for reals. Let's look at our options first, though, because the thing is that might be a get out of jail free card. Yeah, I was all for going up the Abaddon room because we've got Morgana in Abaddon, but now I'm thinking that might be useful later. Get out of jail free. Let's try the unmarked door first. Is where I'm going. You open the door slowly and carefully. The room you enter is a bedroom, which looks as though it's waiting for someone to come in and go to bed. The sheets are folded back. The fire in the fireplace is warm but dying. On the bedside table, a candle is burning, and next to it is a silver tray with a bedtime snack on it. Velvet curtains are pulled across the window, and along the left-hand wall are fitted cupboards. The overall picture is quite cosy. Will you enter the room and investigate the bedside table, or the cupboards, or are you a little suspicious of the apparent tranquility of this room? Would you prefer to leave? No, let's investigate the bedside table. On the silver tray is a nighttime snack. Bread, jam, and tea. You can, if you wish, eat this snack. Otherwise, you can leave it and either investigate the cupboards or leave the room. I think let's eat it. Because the thing is, if it's tea, it must be somebody must have just put it here. They wouldn't have left it to go cold. I could go for a cup of tea. 226. We're drinking the tea. We're drinking the tea. You examine the tray carefully, but there seems to be nothing suspicious about it. The snack is just what you needed. You may add 4 stamina points and 1 luck point. Oh, hang on. We're down. We were down 2 stamina, so we can get those back. We can get those back. Thank you very much. I'm done with this room. I think we got the good thing out of this room, which was stamina. If we investigate the cupboards, a snake will probably come out at us. So we're going to leave the room. A few steps further back down the passageway, 2 doors face each other. Aha, I knew we'd come back to them. On the right is the Belial room, which you may enter by turning to 312. On the left is the Abaddon room, and you may try and use this door. You may try this door by turning to 355. Otherwise, you continue round the passageway and walk downstairs. I don't want to go downstairs yet. But I think now we have got the chance, and we know we can come back out. Let's do the Belial room before we do the Abaddon room. You enter this room and study its contents. It seems that this room is used very little and is perhaps a storeroom. There's a lot of storerooms here. I say a lot. This is our second one we've been to. White sheets are covering the furniture and several large square shapes which look like boxes. Do you wish to rest here or look under the sheets to see what they are hiding? I mean, we could rest and then look under the sheets, couldn't we? Let's rest and then look under the sheets. That's my plan. You walk over to a corner where you can watch everything and catch your breath. You may add 4 stamina points for the... Oh, we don't need to. For fuck's sake. Alright, now turn to 380. I will. We'll turn to 380, alright. You keep a suspicious eye on the room while you consider your next move. Suddenly, one of the sheets flaps. Was it the wind? No. You think the air is perfectly still. You watch the sheet. Slowly, it rises into the air as if it was being pulled up on a rope. Add 1 fear point and decide quickly what to do. You grab the sheet or leave the room and slam the door firmly behind you. We need to add our fear point. We haven't had any fear yet. We haven't had any fear yet, but we're on our first one. Thing is, last time we banged into a door, we were trying to break out of it, and that attracted the attention of a hunchback. So I don't think we should be slamming any doors. Let's face our fears, or we might even incur some more fear points. Let's grab the sheet. Let's grab the sheet. 70, 70, 70, 70. You walk over slowly and reach out for the sheet. It now hangs in the air, well above the box it was covering. You grip it in your hand and tug it downwards. We're having a wank. We're having a wank in this book, guys. You grip it in your hand and tug it downwards. It snaps. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's not the kind of wank we should be having, guys. It snaps, confirming your suspicions. The sheet was being pulled by a thin strand of string. You breathe a sigh of relief. You may deduct the fear point you've taken. There we go. We're down to 0 fear. 0 fear now, which is good. But who or what was pulling the sheet? You decide not to wait to find out. Leave the room by turning to 329. Do you think that was that the same one we were left by anyway? Still, we gained the fear and we lost the fear. Outside the Belial room, you have 2 options. Do you wish to try the Abaddon room across the way, or do you rather head to the staircase and creep downstairs? I think now is probably the time to go to the Abaddon room. We've already noted on our sheet Morgana in Abaddon, but that's 88, and this says turn to 335. So, unless I'm reading too much into it, you enter a bedroom which is lit by a single candle burning by the bedside. A heavy, musty odour hangs in the air, which could come from all the plants which are standing in pots on the mantelpiece. Bedside table, dresses and shelves. Oh, sorry. Standing pots on the mantelpiece, bedside table, dresses and shelves. Whoever used this room certainly liked plants. But another sight catches your attention and stops you in your tracks. Asleep in the bed is an old woman. It seems that she has not heard you, for she's not moved since you entered the room. Do you wish to leave her in peace? Walk over and wake her up? Or, when you said spring over and attack her before she can wake? Oh my god, are we going to attack an old lady? Thing is, when I was reading this, I thought it said wank over and wake her. So, just because of that, I think we should go over there, walk over, and wake her up by wanking over her. So, we're going to go wake up an old lady. 159. 159. Oh, no, that was not it. 139, my bad. 139. Oh, we've got a picture. It's your preferred way of waking somebody up. We've got a picture. 139, where are you, 139? 139, 139. Boom, look. There she is. There's the old lady. You step over to the bed and shake the old woman gently. But as soon as you touch her withered skin, you jump back in horror. She is stone cold, dead. Add 2 fear points for the shock. No. 2 fear points. As you stand by the bed shivering, a low moan comes from the body. Its eyelids flick open and pure white eyes stare up at the ceiling. She has no pupils. Do you wish to wait and see what will happen next, or will you beat a hasty retreat and return to the passageway? I'm kind of interested to see what happens next, really. Thing is, she's surrounded by plants, so worst comes to the worst, we can crack her on the head with a plant pot, can't we? Can't we? I mean, let's have a look at her again. What was it, 139? Look, even if she was alive, I think we could take her in a fight, and if she's dead, she's much easier for us to beat up. So I think let's see how this plays out. 246. You hear words coming from the old woman, yet her lips do not move. Stranger, how dare you invade the private bedchamber of the woman of the house? She asks. You stammer an apologetic reply. She orders you, be gone, intruder. Leave an old woman to die in peace. Will you leave her as she wishes, or ask her for information about the house? I think What's the worst that could happen? We already hung around. We already hung around a bit, didn't we? So let's ask her about... while we're here, she's not going to get any angrier at me, is she? So I'm just going to ask her. What business of yours is this house? She screams. If you do not go of your own accord, then my hounds will see you off. And if they cannot, I will do it myself. With these words, a wooden panel slides open in the wall. 2 huge Great Danes spring out and attack. Resolve your battle with the dogs. Fight them one at a time. If you defeat the dogs, you may leave the room or remain to search it. I mean, we're just going to keep on pissing this lady off, aren't we? Just keep on pissing this lady off. So we've got fight 2 dogs. The first one has a skill of 7. The second one has a skill of 6. They both have stamina of 6. So they are going to take 3 hits each for me to kill. Luckily, my skill is max. It's 12. My plan, assuming we beat the dogs in a fight, which actually we've got +3 to our skill actually because we've got the meat knife, so our skill is 15 now. I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna make her watch. She'll be bedridden, and I'll be going through like her panty drawer, sniffing them. Right? I'll just take the ones off her and sniff them as well. A good old wank into them is what I'll do after we've beaten the dogs. That's the plan. That's the plan. All right. So 7 is the first one, stamina. I will be the white dice. I'm adding 15 to my roll because I've got the meat knife, which is adding 3 to my skill, against the red dice of the dog, which is skill 7. So it should be an easy win. We've got to get him 3 times. So boom, easy win for me. We beat him on the dice. We don't even need to add shit. Boom! Look at that. Fuck you, doggy. And one more hit on this dog. Do you think? Look at that. 10 against his 6. Wrecked. The second Great Dane only has a skill of 6. That's even worse. This will be easy, guys. This will be easy. We're playing on easy mode, aren't we? Right. What have we got? 8 against 3. Boom. Another win for Rusty. Oh, we lost a die. Where'd it go? They're so small as well. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, found it. There we go. Shit. Okay, so 10. So that's 16 against my 6. Oh, well, we'll still beat it anyway. So, wait, did we hit this dog yet? No, this was our first roll, wasn't it? So that's 1. 1 to me. 1 to me. Easy. Easy mode, mate. 4 plus 15 is 19. Oh, sorry. 9 plus your 6. It's not going to beat me. One more. We've done it. We beat the dogs. And we can do our plan, which was remain to search the room. So after we've killed our guard dogs, you search the room while the old woman threatens you from the bed. You recognize some of the plants, as most of them are common house plants. The woman's voice grows frantic as you poke around in a herb garden by the window. A thought dawns on you, and you turn to her, threatening to destroy her plants unless she is able to give you the information you require. She shrieks at the thought of you harming her plants, and agrees. What will you ask her? How to find the man in grey. We know he's in the Asmodeus room, so I don't think... About the secret rooms in the house. That could be interesting. What tonight's festivities are. I'm not sure I want to know, but secret rooms sounds... That could be useful. Could lead us somewhere. I'm going to ask her about the secret rooms. 3, 2, 1 is where we're turning. Before I will answer your question, she says, you must tell me something. What is my name? Do you know what her name is? I think we do. Morgana in Abaddon. This is the Abaddon room. If so, you will have noted a reference number to turn to. We did. 88. Turn to this reference. If you do not know her name, she will not answer your question, no matter what you threaten to do to her plants. She curses. Damn you, stranger. She hisses. All right then, I will answer your question. Which question did you ask her? What did I ask her? I asked her about the secret rooms in the house, didn't I? So, 295 we're turning to. Oh, overshot it. Secret room, she laughs. Why, this house is riddled with secret passageways and secret rooms. Most are in the cellar, though, but some of the upstairs passages lead to them. The most cunning secret room is the master's most trusted hiding place. It can only be reached by one way, and that is from under the stairs in the cellar. A password is needed, and I knew the old one, but it's recently been changed. Shikyu will know the new password. Okay. So, there are secret stairs. There's a secret passage under the stairs in the cellar, and we need a password. Try and remember that. The woman's eyes close, as if the conversation has been a great strain. You leave her be, and consider the information you've been given. When you are in a position to find the secret door in question under the cellar stairs, you may try to find it by deducting 10 from the reference you will be on at the time, and turning to the new reference. No other clue as to its location will be given, but first you must find the password. Right, so hang on. So when I find myself under cellar stairs, I can minus 10 from wherever I am, and then maybe find the door. So I'm just going under cellar stairs minus 10. Oh, fuck you, Excel. Right, there we go. Under cellar stairs minus 10. We need to remember that. We need to remember that. So leave the room by turning to 159. All right. How are we doing? All our stats are maximum right now, which is nice. Having explored most of the rooms upstairs, you decide to risk searching the ground floor. You follow the landing back round to the staircase and creep downstairs. Turn to 132. Alright. You walk down the stairs cautiously, looking in every direction. There's no one about. In the hallway below, you may choose to try either a door on the left or a door on the right. Or you can walk up to the front door and open it. Do you think it's as simple as going out the front door? No, we're going to go with a tried and true, a faithful turning left. 353 is where we're going. The door opens into a large but cosy drawing room. The dying embers of a warm fire burn in the hearth. Comfortable chairs are arranged around the fireplace. 2 glasses and a decanter stand on the glass-topped table between the chairs. There are plants in tall stands on either side of the windows, and there is another door next to the one you came in. Do you wish to explore the room a little further? Leave through the other door? Or will you have a little tipple from the decanter? Joe, I did say earlier, guys, maybe I should try some brandy, like IRL. And now we could try a little tipple here. We're just going to pretend, aren't we? We'll have it. I'll let you know if I like it. 292. We're going to have just a little tipple. Just a little tipple. You pour a measure of the deep brown liquid into one of the glasses and hold it up. It looks safe enough, so you take a sip. Delicious! The brandy warms you inside as it slips down, and you may add 3 stamina. We're at max, aren't we? Yeah. You spy a hip flask on the shelf in one corner, and you may take some of the brandy with you if you wish. Yes, let's add that to my list. I am taking brandy with me. Do you wish to examine the corner shelf where you found the hip flask? Or the fireplace and the mantelpiece? Or will you leave the drawing room? Well, I assume we've looked at the shelf, because we found a flask there. Let's look at the fireplace. Let's have a look what's going on there. A fine carriage clock sits in the centre of an elaborately carved wooden mantelpiece. A number of letters are jammed in behind the clock, and you reach for them. As you do so, your sleeve catches one of the carved images in the woodwork, and it moves. You lean forward to examine it. It's a small, carved, demonic face, which can be moved sideways. Do you wish to see what lies behind the wooden face? Or will you read through the letters? I'm more interested in looking behind this wooden face than reading someone's fucking letters. It's just going to be like his gas bill and shit. No, there's a demonic face. You can't just dangle that carrot in front of me and not expect me to take a bite. We're doing it. Fuck. The little carving moves to reveal a button set in the mantelpiece behind it. You consider whether or not to press the button. As you are deep in thought, you do not notice what's happening in the fire. And look, this is why I said fuck, guys, because I got a picture here. There, look at this. This is what we're dealing with here. In the grate, the fire has come back to life. Strong flames are licking the chimney, and considerable heat is being given off. You feel the heat and step backwards. As you do so, 2 small figures leap from the fire and face you. These fire sprites are small. They come up to your knees, but their flaming bodies burn with the vigour of the fire from which they arose. They hover in the air just above the carpet, for if they touch anything, it bursts into flame. Do you wish to fight these creatures, or will you try another approach? I don't want to burst into flame, honestly. So maybe we should try another approach. I don't know what that approach could be. Let's see what our options are. How will you hold off these advancing creatures? Will you pick up the brandy decanter or move slowly backwards towards the window? We don't want to add literal fuel to the fire, do we? That's gonna. They only come up to my knees right now. If I throw brandy on them, they're gonna turn giant, aren't they? Let's back towards the window. I would say we could jump out of it, but they had iron bars on, didn't they? They had iron bars on, so the fire sprites follow you as you back towards the window. Pretending to be terrified, you make for one of the plant pot stands and attempt to hide behind it. But when the sprites are near enough, you strike! Grabbing the large plant pot on top of the stand, you hurl the contents over the little creatures. The soil covers them and douses their flames, and in an instant they've disappeared. Well, that was lucky. Turn now to 375. Don't mind if I do. We're doing alright. We're not dead yet. We're not dead yet. You step back up to the fireplace and examine the secret buton again. Will you press it, or will you leave the drawing? We're going to press it. I already said you can't dangle that demonic carrot in front of us. We're pressing the buton. So 3, 9, 2. Oh, excuse me. You press the buton and hear a small click. Then you hear another sound, and you swing round to face the corner shelf. Beside this shelf, a sliding panel has opened in the wall. You walk over to investigate, and bend down to look at the opening. Too late, you realise that the panel has revealed not a tunnel at all, but a false opening. The wall behind is solid, but it has served its purpose. You've been lured into a trap! Oh no! You're standing on a trapdoor which opens beneath you and you fall downwards. Turn to 397. Oh no, 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 no. And down you fall for several meters until you finally land in a heap on something soft. Add 1 fear point for the fright. Oh, okay. So we're up to 3 fear. Up to 3 fear right now. You pick yourself up and verify there is no serious damage. You've landed on a mound of earth and hay, and you realise you're in a cellar underneath the house. The room is fairly small, with 1 door. Outside you can hear a shuffling noise coming closer. Will you spring behind the door to surprise whoever's approaching? It's worked for us so far. Or will you quickly search the room for a weapon in case you need to defend yourself? We've got a weapon. And no, we're not under the stairs yet. We have got under the cellar stairs is potentially a secret thing. So if we can find stairs, that'd be good. But right now, I'm gonna spring behind the door. So go to 6. Go to 6. The door slowly opens, and you hold yourself close to the wall. The man who enters is short and stocky, and appears to be bent double. He's not armed. He peers into the room and scratches his head. Evidently, he has heard something, and is perplexed at finding nothing in the room. Will you step forward and announce yourself, or keep hidden and hope he leaves? Let's... Yeah, I mean, I wasn't going to step forward. I was going to, like, jump out and go, bleh! So we'll do that, if that's what announcing ourselves is. 367. 367. You cough lightly and step forward. The man turns towards you and jumps back, startled. You apologise for frightening him and explain your situation. He eyes you suspiciously and calms down, saying, "Oh, of course I'll help you. Follow me." As he turns and walks through the door, you can see that he's not bent over double, but has a hunched back. Hang on, is this the same dude? You follow him from the room. Is he the one who brought the glass of piss into us? You follow him from the room. Turn to 210. Hang on. Or is this place just full of hunchbacks? As you leave the room, the hunchback limps along, muttering to himself. "I wish the master's friends would not just drop in on me like that," he mumbles, "giving me such a fright and all, especially on a night like tonight." He leads you along until he reaches a door on the left. Keep on going until you reach a staircase and then go up into the house. I've got work to do down here. Do you recognise this hunchback? Have you met him before? If so, you may turn to 230. I think that we have. If not, you may either follow his directions or wait till he's gone and explore the cellar. Ooh, we could explore the cellar and find a secret thing, but we don't know where a secret passage is going to go. And we have met him before, I think. So, yeah, let's see what happens. Let's see where that goes. You recognise the hunchback as the man who bought you a drink upstairs. Will you jog his memory, or would you rather have your revenge and attack him? We already attacked him once when he was begging for his life. Let's jog his memory. We'll make him beg again. We'll make him beg again. The dull-witted hunchback seems to vaguely remember your face. You start to chat to him, and find that he is quite flattered that someone wants to talk to him. He tells you his name. He tells you his name is Shiku, and he lives in the cellars beneath the house. Do you wish to ask him about the secrets of the cellars? Or if you have any brandy with you... Oh, hang on, I have got brandy. I've written it down. I've got brandy. You may pull it out from a drink. Shall we do that? We could ask him about the secrets of the cellars. We already know that there is a staircase. That next to the staircase is a secret thing that needs a password. So we know about that secret. We just don't know the password. But apparently he does. But I think instead of just straight up asking him, let's booze him up. Let's booze him up first. Yeah? That's the plan. We're going to booze him up and then ask him if we can. Hopefully we haven't blown it. His eyes light up at the sight of the brandy. You pour a little into the cap of the hip flask and pass it to him. He gulps it down and licks his lips. After 2 more capfuls, he is definitely slurring his speech. You tell him you've heard of a secret passageways in the cellar, and you'd be very interested in being shown around by someone as knowledgeable as he is. Your flattery and the brandy have their desired effect. Proudly he tells you all about his cellars, much more than he should. Of course, not everyone can get round these cellars, he boasts. You've got to know the password to get through some of the secret doors, and the master keeps changing the password to protect his secrets. In fact, only yesterday he changed the password from Pravemi to... Oh, what was it now? It's on the tip of my tongue. I should remember it, but... Because it's like the name of the house, but mixed up. My mind's mixed up. It must be you and your brandy. He steps back, realising that he's said enough. You try asking him more, but he will not speak. Instead, he turns towards the door in the left-hand wall and leaves you, pointing down the passageway and mumbling something about upstairs. Turn to 393 to follow the passageway, or 166 to look around. So we've got a bit of a clue there, I think, to the password, which is that it's like the name of the house, but mixed up. What was the dude's name? The Earl? I think it was Drummer. Was it Drummer? I'm writing Drummer. I'm writing Drummer. Well, the thing is, I don't know. I think the guy was the Earl of Drummer, and maybe the house... But the house... The name of the house is House of Hell. Ah! So wait, maybe it's mixed up hell. I think Drummer was the dude's name. I'm writing that down, but it's mixed up. So mixed up house name. I'm going to write that too. It could be useful. Oh, murder. Could be. Could be. So, what shall we do? Shall we follow the passageway or look around? Let's follow the passageway for now. The passageway widens into a small chamber. Although it's dark, you can see a staircase going up a few meters ahead of you. To your right, the chamber opens out into a wide area. You step forwards, and almost immediately a twittering noise puts you on your guard. Suddenly, you feel something land on your head and dig in its sharp claws into your scalp. You gasp and swat it away. Your hand touches a small, leathery body, and a pair of wings start to flap as it rises from your head. Bats! A number of them are flapping around your head, darting and scratching with their claws. You must add 1 fear point for the shock. Oh, fuck me, okay. So we're up to 4 fear of the 12 we're allowed. So, do we want to run up the stairs, hide under the stairs, or fight the bats? I don't think we should be fighting any bats. I mean, we have got our meat knife. But hey, if we hide under the stairs, we can look for the secret door. There we go. We're hiding under the stairs for now. This is working out all right. This is working out all right. You shelter under the stairs and fend off the bats with your hands. They soon discover that they cannot get at you while you're tucked away, and they flap off back to the corner from which they came. When all is quiet again, you may decide your next move. Will you head up the stairs and open the door at the top, or will you remain to explore the bat's chamber? Ah, wait, hang on, what was that thing? I'm sure it said when we thought we were at the place to search for the secret door, which we may or may not have a clue to the password for. Whatever section we're on, 320, with -10. I've written that down. Under cellar stairs, that's where we are now. -10. Shall we see what 310 says? That's not one of our options right now. Our options are go to the door at the top or explore the chamber, but it's a secret thing, and it did say that that was the only clue we were going to get. So if I... hang on. Yes, look, 310. If you wish to look for secret doors, turn to 276. Otherwise, return to the last reference and choose again. I'll keep my finger here in case I am going the wrong way. So 320 is where we were. We went -10 to 310 to look for what I think is the right way. So turn to 276 and we'll see what that says. Oh, that's 296. 276. You feel around the wall, rapping the brick with your knuckles. Your heart leaps as you find a hollow area. You trace it with your fingers and the area is roughly the shape of a small door. Do you wish to look for a catch with which to open the door? Or will you try a password? We could try a password. 237. 237 to try a password. You stand back from the secret door and say your password. Which word will you choose? Ah, look, we've got four... Jedi, you fucking genius. We've got 4 options here. Pravemi. We know it's not Pravemi because the Hunchback dude said it was changed. Goat head. Murder. Aha. Murder. Anagram of... oh, wait, no, it was Druma with 1 M. Yeah, Druma. Or Chris. K-R-I-S. Murder. I'm going for murder. Murder 174. Oh, man. Can you imagine if this is it? If we got it. The rock creaks and dust rises as the wall comes to life. Oh, excuse me. A crack appears in the brickwork, and slowly a secret door opens. But, to your surprise, the door opens to one side of the hollow area you found. Perhaps this was merely a decoy. Moments later, the door is opened wide enough to let you see inside. You can see a small chamber with a table standing in the centre. On the table is a box. If you wish to enter, turn to 48. If you'd rather leave, you can climb the stairs and go through the door. Well, we haven't done all this to not go into the secret room and get the thing. However, when we were playing Warlock of Firetop Mountain, it wasn't a box on a table, but it was a nice box under a table. It had a fucking snake in it. So I'm a little bit shy about this, but we haven't come this way, solved the puzzle to not go in there. So let's go and investigate on 48. 48. You step into the small room. Glancing round to make sure you're safe, you walk up to the table. The rest of the room is bare, except for the table and the box which rests on it. Could this be the one you're looking for? Am I looking for a box? This is the first I've heard that I'm actually looking for a box, is it? It's a handsome rectangular box made of wood with brass fastenings. It looks like a case for a pair of dueling pistols. You undo the catch and flip back the lid. Your eyes light up as the lid falls back. The box is lined with red velvet, and there in the middle is a pearl-handled dagger. Ooh, its silver blade is wavy, but it is finely polished and razor-sharp. An inscription in the wooden top reads, "The Chris knife." Oh my god, K-R-I-S, just like one of the password options. A blade fashioned for the glorification and pleasure of the demons of hellfire, our true masters, to be used only by initiates, never to be wielded in the presence of the masters. Ooh. So this is for the pleasure of the demons. What? What? We shove it in their Jap's eye? A sense of awe fills you as you pick up the knife. You turn it over tenderly in your hands and then place it in your pocket. Now you must decide what to do next. Will you leave the way you entered and climb the stairs to the ground floor? Or will you search the room thoroughly first? Well, first, actually, I want to add this to my sheet. We've got a Chris knife. And we can get rid of these clues as well that we don't need. So K-R-I-S, knife. Will we leave the way we entered and climb the stairs, or will we search the room thoroughly first? I think we've got we've got like loot here. We don't need to be looking around more. So let's go to the ground floor. See, now we've got a meat knife and a crisp knife and some garlic. Where are we going? 293. 293. You open the door at the top of the stairs. Facing you is a door, and to your right the hallway ends at another door. Do you wish to open the door opposite, the door to your right, or turn left into the main hallway? We've been doing a lot of right and lefts, but we don't often get an opposite. So shall we go opposite days? Shall we go 113? 113. The room you enter is a reception room. A table and 6 chairs stand in the centre of the room. At one end is an enormous mural of a country scene, perhaps painted of the area many years ago. On the opposite wall, stretching from the floor to the ceiling, is a full-length mirror. Velvet curtains line the wall opposite the door. You walk over to admire the painting, then turn to face the mirror. A shock is in store. Your eyes widen as you turn towards the mirror and stare into it. It casts no reflection of you. Add 1 fear point. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We are racking up the fear points quicker than I would like. Guys, I'm not happy about this. You walk closer to the mirror, but still no reflection appears, although you can see the table and the wall behind you clearly. You walk right up to it and feel its surface. Your hand passes right through the glass. Pulling it back quickly, you consider the situation. Will you leave this room, step through the mirror, or investigate the room further? Oh my god, I don't know about this. I don't think stepping through the mirror is necessarily a good idea right now. Or maybe we should look around this room first and get the lay of the land. The underside of the table forms a closed box, and this arouses your suspicions. You knock on it. It's hollow. Perhaps it's a secret compartment. You feel around underneath, and sure enough, your fingers find a small catch which releases a hidden drawer. Inside this drawer is a leather box. But wait! What's that noise? You can hear footsteps outside the door. You'll have to hide quickly. Will you grab the case and take it, or you leave it behind and close the drawer? I think we should probably take it with us. Let's fucking snatch and run. Snatch and run. We're doing it. We're robbing this place, alright? They were so gracious. They welcomed me in out of the storm. They said I could stay the night. They fed me. They gave me booze, and now I'm robbing them blind. Yeah, fuck those guys. Yeah, fuck those guys. Where will you hide? Will you nip behind the curtains or quickly dive through the mirror? Well, fuck me. Why not? No, fuck it. We're diving through the mirror. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. You grab the box and walk up to the mirror. You put your hand through again and pull it back. It seems safe enough. You step through just in the nick of time, for as you disappear into the mirror, you hear the door open behind you. You find you're in a small room behind the mirror. You decide to open the leather box. Inside is a golden key, which you put in your pocket. Hang on, let's add that to the list. Golden, key, golden key. Now turn to 160. I will. I'm good at following instructions, if nothing else. Behind the mirror is a small chamber, just large enough for you to turn around in. There are 2 doors in the chamber. Do you want to try the left-hand door, the right-hand door, or would you rather step back through the mirror? The thing is, I don't know. Can we look through the mirror from like this side of it? And like, is it like a 2-way mirror? I don't think we should be stepping back through because we darted through here to escape somebody. So let's go right this time, or let's at least, because a lot of times we've been able to then go back and try the other door. So we'll just do this one first. The door is locked. If you have any keys with you, you may try them in the lock. Do you have a I have got a golden key. If so, you can try it by turning to 10. If not, turn to 2. No, we've got a golden key. Can you imagine if it doesn't fit in there and it breaks? Can you imagine? The golden key fits the lock and turns. The door opens to let you into another small room. The dust and cobwebs suggest that this room is very rarely used, and it certainly looks fairly uninteresting. But in the thick dust on the floor, you notice one footprint, then another. Someone has been in here recently. The footprints head towards the right-hand wall around the door. Behind a loose stone in the wall, you find what it was this visitor came to hide. A large cast iron key. Now we've got an iron key. Hang on, let me write it down. Let me write that down. Iron key. You pick it up and examine it. It's heavy and fairly crudely made, and has the number 27 cast into it. Hang on, look at that. Iron key 27 then. There we go. That's useful. You put this in your pocket. How big are my pockets as well, by the way? Nothing else of interest seems to be in this room. Now you must leave the chamber. Turn to 204. I will. Do you wish to try the other door, or would you prefer to step back through the mirror? I don't know. Because thing is, I don't want to push my luck. We've been through. Going through the mirror seemed like I thought I might end up dying anyway, but it turns out it led us to another key. Because we snatched the gold key before we went through the mirror. That's when we opened it, found we had the gold key, opened up this other door, which led us to the iron key. Unless the iron key opens this other door and gives us, I don't know, a bronze key. But I feel like we might be pushing our luck, so I'm going to go back through the mirror, I think. I'm going to go back through the mirror. Might be the wrong idea. So that is 349 to go back through the mirror. You wait until there's silence in the drawing room, and then step carefully back through the mirror into the room. The coast is clear. You walk over to the door and leave the room. You leave the room cautiously and look around the hallway. There's no one in sight. There's a door to your left, which you may try by turning it to 211. Otherwise, you may turn right and follow the hallway round. No, I've already decided against using one door. I will decide against using this door as well. That's what I'm doing. The hallway widens. You walk across to another hallway. This is all hallways and fucking doors, guys. I feel like I should be drawing a map of this place. Too late now. Anyway, so you walk across to another hallway and continue in the direction you were walking until you reach two doors opposite each other. Would you try the door on the right or the door on the left? Let's go good old faithful left. Alright. 3, 2, 3. The door is locked. The handle and lock are part of an ornate metal plate. Do you have a cast iron key with you? If so, deduct the number on the key from this reference number and turn to resulting reference to... Oh, hang on, I've got... What was my key? 27. I'm on 323 minus 27 is 296. Is it 296? 323 minus 20. Yes, 296. I'm trying the iron key. The key turns and the door opens. You step into the dining room. The long table is set for two with fine silver. A sparkling chandelier festooned with candles lights the room. The walls are covered with plush red wallpaper. Full-length curtains are drawn along one of the walls. You are prepared for your battle. What battle? What battle? Where's this come from? What the fuck has this come from? What battle? Hang on. What have I missed here? What have I missed here? When? Now I'm suddenly walking into a fucking battle. You are prepared for your battle. A rope hangs down by the curtains. You can pull this if you wish. I'd rather hang myself from it. To ring from the butler, turn to 318. Otherwise, you can check round the room for signs of any traps. I don't even know what's happening now. But if we pull the thing for the butler, maybe he will set off any traps that are in there. We'll kill two birds with one stone. So I'm gonna go 318. 318. Oh, we've got a thing. We've got a picture. Dun dun dun! A few moments later, Franklin's the butler enters the dining room. He's startled to see you. You demand to talk to the master of the house, and he agrees to pass on your request. 10 minutes later, the Earl of Drummer comes storming angrily into the room. With excuse me, with Franklin's following close behind. They stand facing you away across the table, watching you carefully. Why have I been disturbed in the middle of the night, he demands. You tell him that you know of the evil that goes on in this house and you're determined to destroy it. I don't think I do know about the evil. I don't think I do know about the evil. Unless I skipped all that by going through the secret door or through the fucking mirror. I feel like we've missed a lot of story right now. I'm determined to destroy it though. The evil that goes on this house, where they open their house to me and they feed me and give me a room for the night. Those bastards have got to pay. The two men look at each other. They nod and look back at you. Then they step apart and advance round the table towards you. The Earl to your left and his butler to your right. You must choose quickly who you will attack first. If you fight the Earl first, turn to 30. If you attack Franklin's first, turn to 351. Franklin's? What are we on? 318. Franklin's looks a bit old and frail. I think we can one-shot him, and then we just have to worry about the Earl after that. I think I'd rather go for Franklin's. Take out the weak one first. So then I'm not, because if I attack the Earl, then I've got the Earl and Franklin's attacking me right at the same time, I guess. So I'm going to go with Franklin's first. Is my plan. Is my aim for the hip. You turn towards the butler. He stops and takes a step backwards. You step forwards. Franklin's runs round to the other side of the table. Franklin, screams the Earl. Move in, man! Step up and attack! The butler twitches nervously. Will you continue pursuing him, or you leave the cowardly butler for the time being and concentrate on the Earl? No, let's pursue him. Let's fucking pursue him. We're gonna fucking wreck this dude. 336. 336. You catch up with the butler in the corner of the room. Resolve your fight with him, and if you're attacking with the Chris dagger, add 3 points to your skill during the battle. I am attacking with the Chris dagger, actually. So, oh, look at that. So, when you have inflicted your first wound on Franklin's, turn to 181. So we only have to hit him once, and that resolves it, I guess. Maybe he gives up after that, or he joins my side. So his skill is 8. Mine will be 15 because I'm using this Chris knife. So let's get rolling. He'll be the red dice. I'll be the white dice. This should be easy. We'll mess him up. So boom, 8 against his 5. I mean, I beat him anyway. So that's one wound inflicted on him. We turn to 181 right now. What have we got? What have we got going on at 181? Show me the magic. Show me the magic. Oh. I hope that picture's not associated with... I think it is, though. Hang on. The butler screams as your blow strikes him. The man is obviously not the violent type, as the agony in his voice is certainly not warranted by your modest hit. His cry continues. It becomes deafening, and you're forced to step back and cover your ears with your hands. But this is not the anguish of an injured man. Oh, look, let me show you the picture. Well, hang on, let's read this next passage first. Steam begins to rise from the floor, and it engulfs the butler. His expression changes from a scream to a vicious snarl, and his eyes widen. A transformation is taking place. Before your eyes, the form of Franklin melts away and is replaced by a hideous, demonic beast. Dun dun dun! Holy shit, look at that. Steam hisses from its mouth. Its scaly skin is dark. Its hands are now 2 vicious claws which slash the air before you. Its feet have become hooves, goat-like hooves. You must add 3 fear points as you witness the creation of this demon from the depths of hell. Oh my god. So that puts us up to 8 fucking fear points. Oh my god, that it did backfire. It did backfire. If you're still alive, we haven't died of fright, have we? No. It turned to 109. Oh, turn to 109 if you are using the Chris knife. We are. Alright. 109. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, we're in trouble. Let's have another look at him. What was that? 181? Look at him. Look at him. Was that the butler the whole time? Was he the big bad? What about the Earl? Can you defeat the demon which now stands before you? If not, it will certainly kill you. But you have with you the Chris knife, the only weapon which will harm the creature. You may add 6 points to your skill score while using this weapon. Fuck yes. Oh my god. Okay. The demon has a skill of 14, but I now have one of 18. So I beat him by 4 on skill. So long as he doesn't beat me by 5 on the dice, I'm going to win. Right, he's got a skill of 14, stamina 12. I need to beat him 6 times. I'm going to use this little dice here. There we go, as a counter. Can we see that? There we go. It's on a 1 right now. Well, I mean, I haven't beaten him yet. I haven't hit him yet. Right, boom, boom, boom. Oh, fuck me. Double 2 for me. So he's definitely got to win that, right? So 8 plus his 14 is 22. And 2 plus my 18, yeah, is not enough. So, boom, that is 20. I should just leave it on here. I'm going to have to keep doing my stuff, aren't I? So, let's go again. Let's not have Snake Eyes again, please. Oh, well, we're 1 better than fucking Snake Eyes. Look at this. 3 for me, and 6 for him. Oh, wait, no, wait, but no, because that will give him 20, and my 3 plus the 12 is 15, plus the 6 is 21. Ha! That's 1. That's 1 down. 1 down. We need to hit him 6 times. Fuck, though. Fuck. We haven't got any potions or anything to heal either. So we've got to really hope. Yes, look, we get better dice rolls. That's 2. 2 hits, 2 wins. 2 wins to me of the 6 I need to defeat him. Or is that just going to... Is this even his final form? Is this even his final form? He was a butler, now he's a demon. What's next? What's fucking next? Boom. Yeah, who gets the Snake Eyes now? Bitch! You do. You do. Who does? Yeah, you do. You do. Let's keep him up there. Let's keep him up there. What we got now? 7 against 7, but I beat you on skill. Pow! Ah, everything's coming up Millhouse. 2 more hits. 2 more hits and this guy is done. He's dead. He's finished. He's finito. He's out of here. 7 plus my... What am I on? 18. Is that what I'm adding? Yeah, I am adding 18, aren't I? So that's 25 to his 11 and 14. Wait, which is also 25. Fuck. Draw. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Alright. Boom! Another win for Rusty. 1 more. We can do this. And look, we only took 1 hit from him. What a pussy. That's it. We did it. Yay! Yay us. Now it melts away. Can we make him melt away? What was he? 181. 181. Hang on. 181. Come on. Fucking hell. Right. If you win the fight, turn to 400. I did win the fight. I did win the fight. The creature howls as you strike the final blow. It totters on its hooves and crashes down onto the table. As it falls, its flailing arms smash into the chandelier in the centre of the room, scattering candles onto the floor. From behind you, another cries up, and your other attacker, whom you'd forgotten about completely, shit, we did forget about the Earl, didn't we? Springs over to the table to hug the beast pitifully. You ought to kill both of them, but the pathetic, sobbing creature hunched over the huge bulk is hardly worth considering. In any case, something else much more dangerous has caught your attention. One of the candles, which was knocked from the chandelier, has rolled across the floor and set light to the heavy curtains. The fire is spreading rapidly. You must escape quickly! Smoke is beginning to creep out of the room as you close the door behind you. Walking down the drive, you glance back to see the fire making rapid progress through the ground floor. Flames are licking along the wooden beams. In an hour or so, the place will be beyond rescue. From a safe distance, you watch the fire destroy the house. A fitting end, you think, for a house of hell. That was it, guys. We did it. We beat it. We won the game. We won the game. Look. Oh. I shrunk that one too. I shrunk this one too. That's the house burning. Look, you can see like the demon faces all melting away. So, we won. We beat the game, but I don't know. It seems like we missed a lot of stuff. Somehow, we were lucky enough to get the Chris knife, which I guess we needed that to beat that demon, because he would have beaten us on skill. So it was good we found that, but I know all about the evil that goes on there. I didn't know anything about the evil. We didn't find the man in grey in the Asmodeus room. I don't understand. Somehow we won. Somehow we won. Oh, so I'll take the win. But I don't... Yay. I don't understand. I might have to Google it. I might have to Google it, but we did it! Yay! Yay! Hooray! Who's the champion? I am. Me, number one. Yeah, that was weird. That was weird. Maybe I could have made some different choices. Maybe we could have investigated some of those rooms I walked past, or we might have overheard some stuff, and that might have filled us in on what the story was, what the evil was. I don't know, but I guess that's it. That's it from me. That's it from me tonight.